Okay, ladies, please come in, join the circle.
Circle of love.
Okay, welcome. So we have an army of beautiful Dutch women here today to help us, or me, with fastening the Bulwark plank. To my right we have Ifka, and then we have Fomke, and then Sarah. This is going to be an action-packed little session here. What we're going to do today is fasten the Bulwark planks on with Fixtech, which is a Sikaflex product. So we're going to glue it down. It's going to be a bit messy with white glue everywhere, and the key ingredient, or the key thing today, is to clean up the mess as fast as possible, because this glue dries quite quickly, and it's important to sort of get it cleaned up. That's why we have a bit of an army today. And also the plank is 15 metres long. Well, actually that's an exaggeration. Let's say 13 metres long, and curvy and wobbly, and it's really hard to organise. So we're just going to get started, I think. So what I've done is I've drawn a line here. See, this line runs along and it stops.
Yeah.
That's because there's no wood on the deck anymore.
Yeah.
So we don't need a glue there. But the wood goes inside this. And what we're going to do is a bead. Ifka might put that one on, like a bead, the whole way along, and squish the plank on and clean that up. And then we also have to put it on the backs of these stanchions. But there's a little cove here. I don't know if you can feel.
Oh yeah.
So that doesn't want glue on it, and that sits a little bit up the stanchion. So it's important that we don't glue all the way down to the stanchion. We basically glue just below the screw holes. See how there's screw holes on the outside?
Yeah.
We just want glue just below that so that water can't come up and into the screw hole.
So when this is fixed on here, the idea is that it sits on this cover board flat. There's no way for water to get out of there. So therefore this cove is a little scallop, so that the water that sits here runs in that scallop and then out on that cutaway there. Yeah. So we do want it stuck down on the cover board, but we want this hole here to be fully open for the water to go through.
Are we going to do the whole thing in one row, or are you going to go till that?
That's the other thing. I was sort of hoping we could stop at this cleat.
Yeah.
And hopefully get most of it down and then go again. So there's two guns. I think Sarah and Fom can just work together with smearing and glooping the backs of the stanchion.
Yeah.
So one person just gloops and one smears.
Okay. There's gloves there too.
There is gloves there.
Do you want gloves, Sarah?
Yeah, I think so. Ruikt best wel lekker. Smear it down.
Do you want me to do this one as well?
Yeah, let's go one more and then maybe we'll try and get the plank on. Very nice. We'll just try and keep Sarah's end off the glue as we bend it around, hopefully.
Okay.
And Fom just has to sort of flex it into me. Once this first one's on, it'll be alright, but what's going to happen, can you go and... Oh, okay.
We're on the glue.
We're on the glue, so we can hit.
Okay.
That's okay, because I think we're in... Ooh. Okay. Oh, we've got the strap off.
Yeah, because otherwise it's glued.
I think we're doing pretty well. I'm going to go on the outside with the drill. If you can stand on it for a second, I'm trying to really push it down. It's actually working. Well, that's really good.
Safety first.
Yeah. Yeah, you're safe there. You got the harness on.
Ready?
Okay.
Do you want me to bend it in here? Is that the plan?
We're moving pretty quickly, so I don't really mind if you want to just keep gluing along, let it flex out,
Okay.
and get everything glued, and Fom can start trying to clean a bit of this stuff up. So I can't screw anymore.
No. Because it's not on there. We need to bend it in. But we'll be fast.
Yeah. Yeah, because we want to try and lift that. We actually want to like lift and drop a little bit so that we don't smear the glue into that groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're taking this tape off, yeah?
The cotton wool buds we had specifically from that groove.
Yeah, but that works pretty well.
If do you reckon you can throw over the terps and drag while you... Oh, we're going to have lots of fixed tech, that's good. Try and be a good boy and clean this as I go down.
Right.
I just need this. Thank you.
Yeah. Got it?
Annoying. Okay, so what we're going to do now,
Let's combine forces.
maybe Fom can come here too.
Because we need to lift this up, put it on.
Yeah, that strap can stay on there. We're actually going to switch. It's loose anyway,
And a safety strap.
so.
But maybe Sarah can be on that little.
Yeah, because you can grab, well, right where you are, the scuppers are still there, so you can still grab it.
Zo Sarah, dus hier kan je, we moeten het daar
If you go
tussen.
right on the end, Fom,
En dan snap je dat
there's
we
that
dat
rope
dan
again, we'll
op,
get it started.
ja, we moeten hem op de lijn zetten.
We're
Nou,
hoping,
die lijn.
Ja.
and for all the native English speakers, we're hoping to lift the plank onto the glue, so then we don't make too much of a mess. So we're going for one big hit, and we won't smear the glue everywhere.
We've got to work together as a team.
The only
It's going
thing,
to come back a little
Yeah.
bit towards you, Fun, because when we lift it up,
Yeah.
the arc will decrease, so it's going to
Yeah.
come.
so you guys are sort of like pulling it in, but also pulling it aft at the same time.
And you, we just have to look at those, at the holes that they line up with the stanchions.
Oh, beautiful. I'm just going to throw a clamp on here.
You're not in yet, are you, guys?
No, well, not in no. We're off, but not in.
Might just leave that area for now.
What about putting these screws in here?
No, well, I think what we should do is focus on the cleanup down the boat, because this glue's putting pressure. I'm just worried we might not keep up with the cleaning. So we'll just leave that temporarily. I'll screw my way down.
Well, at least I can see where you've screwed. Just take
I
this.
haven't screwed to here.
No, so there's almost no point. We can clean whatever has been screwed.
I can do all this outside edge. Can you try and stand on it? Oh, you might actually struggle because yeah, there's nowhere to stand. Yeah, let's try that.
Nice. So much squeezage. Oh, these guys are going to be funny behind the plate. Yeah.
Alrighty, morale is low. The ladies are not impressed, and I'm having to entice them with dinner opportunities. We're going to take them out for dinner. So we're just discussing where we can go in exchange for this
Shitty job.
labour, this amazing job that we've given, this fantastic opportunity to work on Tarkine. They're awfully quiet down there. The biggest issue, it was really easy to get the Bulwark plank on. That was fine. Screw it in, great. The big issue we're having now is just cleaning up the glue around the place. It's a bit of work getting into the little cove and cleaning it. Well, it's a lot of work. It's taking 4 of us, and it's well past coffee time now. And the glue's obviously curing, and it's quite warm now, but overall it's looking amazing. A little bit of paint, and it's going to be great. It's just, yeah, a lot of cleaning up right now. But we'll keep talking about dinner prospects, and hopefully they'll finish the job and not go on strike.
Mutiny.
They're mutinying now, I think, even. What are you guys talking about?
Nothing. Oh, thanks, man.
So we're using Q-tips to clean with dipped in turps, and it seems to be working. We probably should have bought good quality ones.
Yeah, they're full of powder.
Yeah, so this is for the Q-tip factory.
Anyone that likes cleaning their ears?
Imagine this would stay in your ear, you know, like... 'cause that's basically...
We're going to reuse them. We're building a boat, we've got to recycle everything, so... That looks really good though, guys.
It does actually.
It looks very clean.
It does look clean, yeah.
It's nice to stand back and not like put your...
Yeah, when you're not looking so close anymore. So the lamination worked well. I'm happy with all the jigs. I'm unsure whether I can flip it and use it for the other side. But the trick is it has to be very accurate, because if the coamings are different on each side, when we lay the deck planks and they taper in, you'll notice that really easily. So I'm a bit worried about that, making that accurate. I mean, I just got to take a bit of time and make sure it's all drawn up properly and works. But it held its shape. I think it's solid enough, so I'm going to take it down and give it a bit of shape and stuff, and then I will glue some celery top to the bottom and the top, and then put it back and have another look. Fun, fun. Alrighty, well, I have the coaming here on the bench with the curve, and I have cut this piece of celery top pine, which is a durable wood. This will now get laminated to the bottom of the coaming. There's a few reasons for that. The biggest reason is that we have to cut little scuppers, so little circles in the celery top so that water can escape out of the cockpit. And I don't feel comfortable doing that in the plywood because it won't work. So this is like, it's not a sacrificial piece of wood, but it's a piece of wood that will last the lifetime of the boat, hopefully. So I'm just going to laminate that on there and temporarily screw it on. And then once that's cured, I'll go back, dry fit again, and I will fiberglass the sides of this as well. So yeah, I'm going to gloop up, screw that down, and wait for glue to dry again. Find something else to do. Inspecting the handrails.
Okay, so everyone had a different spot apparently.
So Fomke's made these handrails that you may have seen in previous videos, but now we're just working out where to place them. We like these handrails because of the bronze fittings, they're quite cute. And yeah, we just got to work out where to put them.
I think there's a couple of things to think about. It's obviously safety. They're here so that you can hold on to something.
And they need to be good for coffee cups.
Very important. And
fenders and lines. There's a high percentage of ornamental to practical factor here. It's probably 80% ornamental, 20% practical, but that's boats.
But then the other option is putting it
further out,
so then it would be here.
Anyway, where were we?
What were we?
We can do like a 2 hours later.
We're putting it here, you've got more room to sit. Yeah.
I actually like the look of it further in.
Me too.
I think it looks less, yeah, it blends in a bit more with everything.
I think looks wise, I like it here best.
Yeah.
What's your preference, Matt?
I'm the camera guy.
You're the camera guy. Well, if it's my preference, it's here, but maybe we can put the other one on the other side.
I think that looks really nice.
Yeah, I think so too. We can try and... I might just take them off these for a minute. Try and put them there again.
Our little water channel blockies, the water groove.
Something feels off this way. I don't know what it is, but...
And walk on here when you're doing stuff. Shouldn't forget the mast this here, the booms here, like you will be on here.
Yeah.
You will be tying down your...
And I think it's nice that you can actually sit here instead of like this one...
Actually, Matt, I do think I think there is more practicality than you think, because we'll be on here quite often, getting stuff, doing things. but also tying up our mainsail on the boom. I think this is going to be really practical.
Yeah. Yeah, they will be. Alright, we're down to 60% looks, 40% practicality on the handrail factor. Okay, well, we'll stare at this for a bit longer and then reconvene. So, Fom,
Yeah.
it's your last day.
Yeah.
Is there anything emotional you'd like to say, or, you know, off your chest?
Start crying.
Don't put her on the spot.
Well, I think I just want to thank you and Yvka. I think that's the main thing
Thank you.
for
Well, thank you
being
for
able
helping.
to go here and help out and learn and get a little glimpse of woodwork at boat building.
Yeah.
So
I think we're the ones being thankful. Look
Yeah.
at all your hard work.
Yeah, you did that.
Look at the
And
cleats.
not to mention your cleats.
And the patterns.
Look at
Quite a
these
lot of-
cleats.
A lot of things on here that got your name on it now.
Beautiful. More cleats. Patterns. No, that's great.
Moral support.
I reckon that's it.
yeah,
Safe flight.
thanks.
And hopefully see you again.
Oh, you will.